Hi, welcome to the Houston Zoo Facebook Live. My name is Eddie, one of the reptile keepers here. Today we're in the Galapagos Tortoise yard. We're going to be feeding them lunch here in a minute. I have two other keepers here with me. We're going to put their food out, and then we'll give you a few facts about each species in here, and then we can answer questions towards the end. Today they're getting leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, and hibiscus flowers. Oh, that's nice. There's 4 Galapagos tortoises in this yard. They're about 12 years old, weigh around 200 pounds each. There's also 2 spur-thighed tortoises, which are the kind of medium-sized brown tortoise that's there in the middle. Those guys weigh around 100 pounds. And then there's 2 radiated tortoises with a nicer looking shell in the back, the small guys. They weigh around 20 pounds. The tortoises are named after some of the Galapagos Islands. We have Pinta, Daphne, Seymour, and Jarvis. Galapagos tortoises are the largest tortoise species, and the spur-thighed tortoise is the 3rd largest tortoise species. The Galapagos are around 12 years old. The oldest tortoise, even though he's the smallest tortoise in the exhibit, is in the back. He's 87 years old. Guy all the way in the back there. Dawn's asking if the hibiscus flowers are for nutrition or for a treat. Kind of for both. All the tortoises here in the exhibit get browsed several times a week, which is just branches and leaves that are grown here in the zoo, also flowers by our horticulture department. They deliver them to us a couple times a week. The flowers are really easy to see, so sometimes we use them for training purposes. Brandon is asking, what is the oldest known tortoise on record? It's an Aldabra tortoise at 187 years. You can see the Galapagos tortoises, how they're kind of filled with mud right now. During the hot summer days, we have mud wallows out here for them. So they'll go and try and sit in the mud wallows to help cool down during the day. Dawn is asking, how large can they grow to be? Galapagos tortoises can get over 500 pounds, where the African spur-thighed tortoise, males can get up to around 150 pounds. And radiated tortoises rarely get over 20, 25 pounds.
We haven't missed one yet.
Leanne, how much food do they eat? Usually they're fed 3 times a day. It seems to be about 20 heads of lettuce, plus the browse branches that they get 3 times a week. They also get carrots, sweet potatoes, zucchini. We always have hay in the exhibit for them to browse on. All these tortoises are grassland species, so they're constantly grazing on grass. And then for treats, they get flowers, and also a prepared tortoise chow is thrown out to them. It's kind of like dog food. That's a complete diet for them. Isaac asks, how many turtles live at the zoo? Give me a second to kind of add those up. How many tortoises at the zoo? I would say probably around 40, 50 turtles. How much? Here? Alright, I was just told about 150, that's including turtles and tortoises. A lot of the turtle species are worked with behind the scenes in special breeding programs. And there's also a lot of turtle species that are in the orangutan moat. Josana was asking why they like hibiscus flowers so much. They're colorful, first off, they can see them really easy, and that's part of their natural food in the wild. They'll eat leaves, flowers, grass. They're naturally grazers, so whatever they come across, they usually eat. If you notice the yard, there's no grass left in the yard. They've pretty much eaten all the grass that's in the yard. Let's see if we have any more questions coming in. Scott is asking, what is the difference between turtles and tortoises? Tortoises live on land, turtles live in the water. There are some exceptions. Box turtles kind of are both. Turtles have webbed feet, enabling them to swim in the water. Tortoises can swim too for short distances. Anita is asking, who is the oldest turtle at the zoo? This one. So if you could pan over to the radiated tortoise, that one is 87 years old. This is the radiated tortoise. This one is 87 years old. Kay is asking if you can see these at the zoo now. Yes, you can. All of these guys are on exhibit. They're over by the Ankoli cattle. Future zoo plans will be to make a Galapagos section towards the front of the zoo, and all of the Galapagos tortoises will be moved there. If you come to the zoo, you can see the construction of it happening right now. Elise is asking how hard their shell is. So their shell it's extremely hard, kind of feels like a fingernail material. It does scratch when they go up against the rocks around here. They will get scratched up. Their shell constantly grows throughout their life. Eddie is asking how much they weigh. The radiated tortoises weigh in around 20 pounds. The African spur-thighed tortoise, medium-sized ones, are around 100 pounds. And the Galapagos tortoises that we have here, they're average around 200 pounds. Any more questions? I want to thank you for tuning in today at the Galapagos Tortoise exhibit. Tune in, join us next Wednesday at 11 a.m.